Teddy! Teddy, come! What do you have? Come here! Bring it here. What is it? Teddy! Stop. Sit. Say hello. Can you say hello? Alright, goodbye. Alright, today we're going to be setting up for our next lab on conductivity. We've already talked about conductivity is a property of ions. We know ionic compounds. We know that ionic compounds dissociate, so your background information needs to be to write the dissociation equations for sodium chloride, aluminum chloride, and calcium chloride. Those are the solutions you're going to be making. Our beginning question, how does the number of ions into which an ionic solution dissociates affect the conductivity? So now we'll begin our procedure. First thing, you need goggles. Second thing, you're going to add about 70 milliliters of water to a 100 milliliter beaker. Okay, and that needs to be just deionized water, distilled water from the wash bottle. So you need 70 milliliters. Next thing, you're going to set up what we call a lab quest. And the lab quest, this is what the lab quest looks like. It's going to be sitting over there on the lab station. So you guys will set that up, and it will have its own set of instructions at the lab station. So you'll go to the lab and set it up. And most likely first hour will do all the work, and third hour and second hour will reap the benefits. All right, step 4. You're going to start data collection. There is a green button on the lab quest that, to start the data collection, you will use the stylus from the lab quest and click that to get it started. Once you've started that, you're going to carefully position the beaker, and I have the picture. This is on the lab. You're going to take the beaker with the 70 milliliters of water, and you're going to raise it up onto the probe, and you'll hold it there and swirl it around. So you'll want to swirl the beaker, swirl the contents around, and watch the scale on the lab quest. And once the numbers, because there'll be numbers right here, it'll be in a red area, once those numbers stabilize, then you're going to there's a little button that says keep. So once the numbers have stabilized, you'll select keep. Then, for step 5, now you're going to add 1 drop of saline solution. So you're going to use a pipette, and you're going to drop 1 drop, and we'll start with sodium chloride, to your distilled water, and then you will repeat using this setup. You will repeat and raise the beaker up onto the probe, let it stabilize, stir it around a little bit, let it stabilize, and then you'll hit keep and keep the data. You will do this again, and you'll repeat with 2 drops and 3 drops and 4 drops and 5 drops until you get to 8, step 7, 8 drops. Okay? So each time you're going to put 1 drop in and then measure. So you've put your second drop in, measure, third drop in, the measure. So I guess I should say add 1 drop, then measure. Once you've added a total of 8 drops, you will stop the data collection. And to do that, where the little green arrow was, there is a little red box. So you will stop the data collection. Then you'll repeat. Steps 4 through 8, so you'll have to go through and you'll start the data collection. And you'll need to start with 70 milliliters of distilled water once again. And then you'll test that distilled water with the testing setup. And then you'll begin adding drops, and this time the drops will be of aluminum chloride. And then you'll repeat the same thing with calcium chloride. Alright? Once you've done all that, then you are ready to do your data analysis. And once again, I have printed out the data analysis. It's with the lab quests. I will walk you through that, so you don't need to worry about writing the instructions out for that. But what we're going to ultimately do is take our data points and find the slope, and then we'll be graphing slope. Okay? So, short but sweet, lab write-up.